Hello Explorers, welcome back. And as you can see, Corey went to the bank. Yay, Corey. We did have some payments come through. Well, I shouldn't say payments come through. I transferred from my savings, and so savings and retirement. In total, I transferred over $2,500. I can absolutely pay that back with no problem. And that is not just for cash stuffing, that is for some bills as well. But most of that should get paid back next week, which is why I'm not super concerned about it, like I mentioned in yesterday's video. But we're going to do Travel Tuesday. Before we can do Travel Tuesday, I need to go through this money because I didn't get it from the bank, so I haven't gone through it yet. That's also why it's in a paper envelope. I forgot to give him my pouches. So, let's see. I don't even know where to begin, you guys. I don't know where to begin. Oh, none of this money is going the right direction. Okay, first, that's what we're going to do first. We're going to put all this money facing the same direction. Oh, wait. No. Okay, I thought so. I thought it was. I'm just going to shove it in here for right now while I'm fixing it. Because I can't handle this. He must have had a female. Because the only banker at the Chase we go to here in Florida that fixes the money is a male banker, which is so funny because my experience in the past has always been that female bankers are far more likely to have their bills going the same direction, and male bankers are the ones that just simply don't care. But here it's the opposite. There's one male banker at this Chase, and he's the only one who fixes the bills. Like, he fixes them before he hands them to me, because they use a machine at this bank. So that's why a lot of times the bills are not facing the right direction. And when they come out of the machine, he fixes them before he hands them to me, because he, like, recounts everything, too. He's my favorite, because he's way more accurate than the others. Okay. One of the girls, actually, once she gave me it was a lot that I withdrew. A lot. Like, I don't know, almost $10,000 that I withdrew. So, and the machine messed up a couple of times. It was struggling to, like, get all that money out. So she recounted it, but I didn't trust it because the machine literally stopped. Like, it had an error. And then she didn't, like, hand count anything. So she just was like, okay, cool, like, here's your money. And I'm like, that machine just messed up twice. And I have a lot of money coming to me. Like, you really think I'm just going to trust that that was correct when it just, like, had an error twice? Absolutely not. So I stepped off to the side. Do not leave the bank. If you question it, don't leave the bank. So I stepped over to the window next to her where there wasn't any, like, teller or anything, and I hand counted it multiple times. And I was like, this is wrong. So I waited back in line. I said, I think this is incorrect. I think you actually gave me too much. So she put it back through the counter, like, not the machine that, like, disperses it, because that's how they do theirs. Like, the machine literally disperses it. In Vegas, we only had a machine that counted it. So, like, they would pull everything, and then they put it in the machine to count it and show us. Here, the machine actually disperses the money, too, so they don't keep much in their drawers. But she just put it straight through the actual counter, not the machine that disperses it. And sure enough, it was coming back that it was incorrect. So then she hand counted it. She got the same thing, and I told her, I said, I've counted it 3 times. I'm getting that same number. Like, you gave me too much. So, but, like, she could have gotten in a lot of trouble if her drawer would have been off at the bank. She's lucky that I'm such an honest person. Because, yeah. I didn't want that bad karma. No, thank you. I mean, I was counting it because I was concerned about being shorted, but when I ended up having too much, I don't want that bad karma. No, ma'am. Okay. This really sucks, like I said, because I'm going to have to use... These are obviously for Super Bucks, but I'm going to have to use them for my cash stuffings because we have no completed Super Bucks to be able to use for cash stuffing. So the way that I'm going to be doing this, we're just going to be cash stuffing with this like we would normally. Oh, there's a star note. And then what I'm going to do is, as challenges complete, I will be swapping those ones out for bigger bills. I'll be condensing those ones and taking them and putting them back in a Super Bucks, since I know any singles that are in my house right now have not been cash stuffed into Super Bucks. because we haven't had any completed. So that's how I'm going to do it. And then once we start having some complete, like let's say we complete A's, then what I'll do is as I complete challenges, actually what I might do is like once we complete a letter, let's just say we complete the A buck tracker in Superbucks, I will take all 100 of those A's and I will go through my binders and swap them out for those, because then I know that those A bucks have already been through Superbucks, and then we'll be back on track like we usually are. Oh my goodness. I know some of you are still on a GLP-1 with me. If you are, or if you've been wanting to, I have partnered back up with one of the clinics that I worked with last year. I worked with them for 3 months last year. I have partnered back up with them. I recommended them last year because their prices are the best. I switched away from using their medication when I got a partnership with another company. You guys never actually saw me work with that other company because I did one post for them just introducing their clinic. They provided me the medication. I got paid for that one post, and we were supposed to do 3-month partnership. They ended up canceling the partnership after just my introductory post, and I continued to purchase medication from them. However, I never recommended them. I actually took that initial post down. I never recommended them to any of you guys. I know there's a bunch of you that wanted me to message you once I found a clinic that I recommended. I never recommended them because I have been so incredibly sick on their medication. It's the first clinic that I've used that the medication has made me just absolutely sick to my stomach. I have sulfur burps really bad. I have really bad stomach issues going on. Just absolutely feel in the trenches. I actually almost didn't make it to my cruise with Jasmine because I was on their medication. It got to the point where like I stopped taking it anytime we were getting ready to go on a trip. I did not take it like the 2 weeks prior to going to France. I didn't take it the whole time we were in France. I didn't take it the week after we got back from France because I knew I had a lot of partnerships and I didn't want to be sick while I was doing my partnerships. At this point, I'm just using up the medication that I have left with them, and then I'm going back to the clinic that I've re-signed with and that I partnered with last year, and I did recommend them last year. I still recommend them. Even though I've been on this other clinic's medication, I have still been recommending the clinic that I re-signed with. But when Jasmine and I went on the cruise, I was so sick on the drive down there that we almost didn't make it because Corey had to stop at a gas station and I was there for like an hour and a half. Not even joking. Like, luckily we left super duper 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 early because I was so sick. Yeah, it was not good. So the clinic that I recommended last year that I have signed with for I think this is my 4th time signing with them. I have used their medication. It's actually the only medication Jasmine uses as well, so she recommends them as well, is Mochi. Join Mochi. They have the best prices. They don't charge you based off the prescription size. So, sorry to take a drink. Say you start on 5 units, which is like the starter, and then you move up to 10 units. A lot of companies charge you as your prescription gets larger because you're using more medication, obviously, and that would make sense. Mochi does not do that. It is one standard price no matter what size your prescription is, which is really nice because then those of us that are on a higher dosage aren't paying more than when we first started to the point where we can't afford it anymore. And their prices are super reasonable. I want to say they're like $99 for semaglutide for the month, and then $199, I think, for tirzepatide for the month. I'll have to double check those prices though. I know I will have a discount code. So, but still their prices come out better than any clinic that I've used, like any other clinic that I've used. So we're going to put this one aside. And then, do you guys need this? Are you logging into something?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, I didn't know if you needed me to approve it. Okay. sorry, I get the kids' iPads are hooked up to my account, so I get notifications anytime they log in to certain things. And a lot of times it's me having to, like, we recognize a new login. Is this you? Or is this fraudulent? You know, whatever. If you guys haven't, if you guys want to help me out, I would truly appreciate it. I had a bajillion Amazon Prime Day partnerships. I think my last, like, 4 posts on Instagram are Amazon Prime Day things. If you guys wouldn't mind going to my Instagram and commenting on some of those, that would be so helpful. Or watching my stories and clicking on the links and stories, like, that is super helpful for me. So yeah. Alright, let's figure out how much we're gonna do. We're gonna do Travel Tuesday. Let's do 20, 40. I'm only gonna do 2 20s because we haven't cash stuffed this one in a while. So I don't think we've cash stuffed into it since I got back. And before I left, we condensed everything. So 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. How much do I want to do? I don't know how much I want to do. 160, 161, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 171, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, what I was going to do was pull out all the I's and K's. So let's do that first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, lots. Because I don't save these ones, so then we're not messing with Superbucks at all. 7. 8. 9. 10. Wow. 11. 12. That is crazy. We've never had that many. That's why I don't save those 2 letters, because I don't usually get that many of them. So that's 12. Those are stuck together. 13. Ooh, another star note. We'll put that over here. Just because if I notice a star note, then I try to pull it, because otherwise I will miss it when I do Superbucks. I still sometimes miss them. 14. Ooh, we only need 1 more. Well, we should probably pull extra, because 15, because I'm sure I will end up needing more. Actually, yeah, let me grab a 5. We'll do 20 in ones. 16. We're at 16. Watch, now we're not going to find any. While I'm doing this, if you guys are looking to fulfill or buy off of any teacher's Amazon wish list, that's 17. My sister is a teacher, and I told her I would post her Amazon wish list. I usually post people's, My sister's never made one though. She's been a teacher for 5 years. She used to teach at a low income school. It was like an alternative low income school. Now she teaches, is she in 3rd grade this year? I know she did 2nd for a little bit. She teaches 3rd grade. And so she provides them with snack every day because her class has a late lunch. 17, that's 18. And at 3rd grade, obviously, they're growing. I know my kid is not really. Lennox eats really well. Wrigley hardly eats. But they can't exactly, a lot of these kids cannot afford snacks or proper food. So my sister does provide them with snack every day before lunch. So she finally made a wish list because people kept asking her to. And so I told her I would share her classroom wish list. She normally just buys everything herself, but this is her first year having her own child. So I told her, I said, there's nothing wrong with, as a teacher, asking for donations for your classroom. So I did not post it in my stories yesterday because my stories on Instagram were absolutely full of Prime Day stuff, and I didn't want that post or that story to get just absolutely buried in Prime Day things. So I told her I would post it today or tomorrow after all my stories have expired, because fun little fact, if you post a lot of things on stories at one time, nobody sees your stories. You'll get like 50 views. But if you let your stories completely expire on Instagram and then you post, a lot of times you'll have like the best views you get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. So yeah. But with it being Prime Day sales, because Prime Day sales are from the 11th, or the 8th to the 11th. With it being Prime Day, a lot of the stuff on her list is going to be on Prime Day sale. So I'm going to order a couple of things off her list for her. And yeah, just if you feel inclined. Uh-oh. I'm dropping batteries over here, you guys. What is this? Okay. So now that we are 17 minutes in, we can actually start cash stuffing. Not that I haven't been doing stuff with cash. I mean, we've been organizing it. It's fine. Let's get started. Okay. First up, we have this one, I'm so proud of myself for remembering. This is the New York page, which it doesn't look like we're going to go to New York because this brand, like, she's been in contact with me for months. We started talking in March, and I even talked to her while I was in France, and she still wanted to do it. And now I have not gotten a response from her since I was in France. So, bummer, but that's okay. This is just money that can go somewhere else then. Alright, so we have $6 here. So 5 and 6. So in this one we have 55, 61, and 2. I still want to go to New York, so, I mean, if I can get a hotel, maybe we will do something. Maybe we'll go for like a night or two. We'll see. Okay. Flights. We have some new challenges in here. I don't know if you guys have seen this since I added all the new stuff in. But we have 3 new challenges. So we have this one from... That's a lemon ivy. I can tell because of the bottom. And we have these 2 from Liz at Liz and Les. I have this one for flights, but I'm thinking I should save this one for Greece. Let's do this one. Yeah, we'll do this one, and then we'll do this one, and by that time, we'll have decided what we're going to do with that one. We'll do them in that order. Okay, let's do a big one on here. Let's do this bumblebee neck pillow for $27. My flights for Wrigley's birthday trip are paid. However, my hotel room is not. And because of the conversion, you guys, it is 1,200 pounds is how much I have to pay when I get there, which is a steal for the room that we got. But after you convert that, it's like $1,650, which is crazy. Their conversion just, the US dollar does not have much weight to the sterling pound. So this one is $8. What's this one for? Hotel. So this measly little $5 or $50 one, but this one's actually not going to go for Wrigley's birthday trip hotel. This goes into my sinking funds. This is for like if we go to New York, like little trips like that. Big trips have their own. Let's put back 2, take a 10. And actually, let's put back these 2 10s, take a 20. Big trips have their own binder. So 25, 26, 27, which you guys saw me cashed up into yesterday. So this is just to build up my hotel fund for when we do like small staycations. So like when I partner with hotels, I don't find it here. I have yet to find it here. But in California, when I would partner with hotels, even though they would cover my hotel, I would still have to pay for parking at their property. And that is not because the hotel doesn't want to waive it. It's because if I'm in Orange County, which is where Anaheim is, which is where Disneyland is, they have to charge you for parking because it's part of Orange County. It's part of their thing. Like they have to charge for parking. Which is really frustrating. I haven't found it here though. When I partner with places here, they pretty much, I mean, I think I have yet to pay for parking with a partnership here, which is great. But that's what that would cover. Okay, so souvenirs. That's what that would cover is, out of my hotel fund, I usually do like parking or snacks or, you know, anything to do with staying at a hotel or the hotel itself if we're just doing like a small staycation. So 2. Don't ask me why I rolled that so hard. Like, I literally threw that across the table. This is another one. 4. So that's 6. Ooh, maybe we'll come back and finish this one. Let's see. So 5 and 6. So we have 56 in this one. And this is going towards souvenirs. Okay. Disney. This goes into our Disney fund, which I think they just dropped the Eat to the Beat concert series lineup, and it's actually really disappointing this year. We the Kings is not on there. The only ones I really care to see are Joey Fatone and Friends, which unfortunately this year is August 29th and August 30th. August 29th, we are flying back from Wrigley's birthday trip. So I don't know if we'll actually be able to make it in time, and if we do, we're going to be like dead tired, but I'm still going to try. But my butt will be there on August 30th. And then, Hoobastank. That's like literally the only other one that I want to see. Because Hoobastank was really good last year. But I'm really upset that We the Kings is not on there. 63. And that's kind of what Corey and I were waiting on, to determine if we were going to keep the passes that we currently have. Since we haven't been going to Disney as much because we've been doing a lot of bigger trips and stuff, and then when we're home, we've kind of just been relaxing, especially because it's hot right now. I'm thinking what we might do is drop our passes down one level, and then we'll have the same passes as our friends, Becca and Jason. Because we've really only been going when they come to visit or when other friends come to visit. Once Food and Wine starts, we will go more often because we like to go eat there. But we don't go on weekends, which is basically what that lower pass does. It blocks out weekends, which is, again, totally fine with us because we hate going on weekends. It's too busy. So we're thinking we might drop down to that lower pass, and then I'm thinking I might add the water park in. So if I drop all 4 of us to a lower pass and then I add the water park in, it's still going to be considerably cheaper than what I pay now. So that's my thought process behind that. Is that actually what we're going to do? I don't know. I need to look at the calendar for the new passes to determine if that's what I want to do for sure. But I think Corey and I are, well, I've expressed to him that I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. This one, we have some money in here that are placeholders. So we have 150, 170, 190. Let's do it this way. 150, 170, 190, 195, 96, 97, 98. 198 in here. Obviously, some of this was pulled out and condensed when we went to France. And so, yeah. We have 198 out of 250, though. So those last two are going to be hefty. Food. Do we not have a challenge in here for food? How is that even possible? How is it possible to not have a food challenge? Guess what? S'mores it is. S'mores is going to be our new food challenge. This one was supposed to be for, like, my RV binder, but really I don't have a use for the RV binder since we're not traveling in the RV currently. We might be, because I'm looking at a partnership that I might have. My manager may have gotten me a partnership. But, let me see, 1, 2, and 3. But I don't need a binder for it right now. So, we're just going to use that for food. Gas. We are doing the gas challenge, and I have it right here. So, hey Siri, give me a random state. I think we already did this one. Hey Siri, give me a random state. It gave me Nevada and I already have it. Okay, next is Indiana. Did we do Indiana? We did not. Hey Siri, what's the average gas price in Indiana? That is $3.08. So we're going to put $30 in there. 10, 20, 30. I'm going to swap one of these out for a 20 because I do not like to have small bills in here. I mean, I'm going to swap 2 of these out for a 20, not 1. My goodness. Okay, so $30 going into Indiana. This one's going to be fun when we get to unstuff it. I always love doing this one. And since I'm not in a hurry with it this time, it's kind of just like, yay, it'll be a nice surprise when it's all done. Okay. So that is gas. Cruise. We are working on this cruise challenge from my friend Jen. Let me get the cards out. If you haven't checked her out yet, Jen finally made a channel and she's been uploading and she's doing a wonderful job and we want to keep encouraging her. So head over to her channel. We got a 3. Let me see if I can condense. I can. I'm going to put back 2 1s for a 5. The only reason I'm condensing is because they're 1s. Everything else in here is placeholders and it's already been put into the high yield because cruise is going into our Greece trip because we're going to do a cruise and there is more development on that trip, you guys. So you guys know that I'm working on a trip to Greece and Italy for next year, but I also mentioned that we want to go stay in France for like 3 months. I mean, honestly, we want to move there, but we can stay for 3 months without needing a visa. What is in here? Oh. We can stay in France for 3 months without needing a visa. So, I was looking at staying in France April, May, and June. And then we were looking at going to Greece in like August-ish. but that's really when we want to go to Japan. So after looking at it, financially, it makes more sense to go to Greece while we're already in Paris or in France. So I'm thinking that we're going to go to France April, May, June. And at some point in there, whoo, my goodness, that scared the crap out of me. The kids have the door open, and it's a little like, ew, it's a fly, bug thingy, gross. Okay, yeah, I don't do bugs, guys, which is funny considering I live in a campground. While we're there, we will, depending on like when the cruises are, is when we'll go do our Italy and Greece trip, because flights to Rome, which is where the cruises go out of, flights to Rome from Paris are only $100 versus doing 3 months in France, flying back to the United States, and then spending $3,000 for us to fly back to Greece. It just makes sense to do it while we're already in Europe. So that's going to be kind of like all one trip. And then we'll come home and later go to Japan. Because I think we're going to do Japan around September. I'm trying to find a good time to go to Japan when the weather is nice. Like, I don't mind it being hot. I can handle hot. Obviously, I live in Orlando. And then before that, I lived in Vegas. I like the heat. I don't want it to be cold, and I don't want it to be rainy. Hot, warm, cool, I'm fine with any of those. I hate rain, and I hate the cold. I really am meant for the desert, you guys. I'm truly meant for the desert, because I would say tropical, but I hate the rain. So this one is for our Universal envelope. So if you've been to Japan, or you know about we're looking at Tokyo and Osaka. Originally we were just going to do Tokyo, but I think now that we've done a couple of international trips, I feel more I feel like I'm more experienced in planning. Like, now I kind of know what to do and what not to do, as far as, like, I don't know, just the fact that we've actually planned a couple and then been on them has given me enough confidence to actually, like, do these trips. So we're going to go back to, I think, doing Tokyo and Osaka versus just doing Tokyo. So in this one we have $62. So yeah, we're going to skip Wizard of... Oh. Have I really been... I thought I was skipping Wizard of Oz there for a while. Okay, let me get that book. I didn't grab it because I thought we were skipping it. I truly thought we were skipping this book. This is not a trip we're going to be saving for anytime soon because we have way bigger trips we want to do. Okay. So, this money I think is just going to go in, I don't know where. $6. Okay, another $6. Do you guys remember where I put this money last time? Because I know I finished a couple of these. Or at least I finished one. And I don't remember where I put it. 10, 11, 12. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, getting a lot of ones back. So we got $12 going into here. So now in this one we have $32. But yeah, I don't remember what I did. Did I randomize it? I have no idea. Okay. Dolly. This is in case we go on or go to Dollywood again. I'd love to go again, but again, now I'm just so focused on getting out of the country that I don't have a huge desire to do stuff locally. Every time I think about going somewhere, like, within the United States, I'm like, yeah, but I could go to Europe. Yeah, but I could go to Asia. Yeah, but I could go to the UK. It's a problem. It's a real problem. Yeah, but I could move somewhere overseas. I have an issue. Okay. So we got 15. So 10 and 5. So now in this one we have 50, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Okay. So I do know for a fact that we are going to do the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party this year. I think this one was this Bestie Day. Yes. So we will need to save for that. So I need to be putting money into the Christmas binder. But also my kids have asked, they have requested that we go somewhere with snow, which sounds absolutely miserable to me, and I'm the one that has the winter birthday. So I usually decide where we're going come Christmas time since it's my birthday trip. And I like to go warm places. But my kids are begging to go somewhere with snow, so I'm looking at possibly doing the European Christmas markets. Because if I'm going to go somewhere cold, I at least want to enjoy myself. I want to be somewhere that I've never been before. Or I'm going to go snowboarding. So, I don't know. But really, I'd rather just be sitting on a beach or doing a cruise or something. Okay, we have used all of that, but I do know that I have another we need to put into this one. This is from Budget by Valerie. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I don't want to put that much in it. We have a lot left. So let's just scratch one. Oh wait, you know what? We were doing all the ones that are already scratched first. So there's a 28 right here. We'll do that one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. Let me see though. Is there a smaller one that we can do? Oof, that one's 55. No, thank you. That one's 50. This one's 20. Let's do the 20. Because this is not until our Greece trip next year, so it's not for quite some time. So we're going to do this 20 right here. Because I started this book before and didn't get to finish it. It was when we were supposed to go to Costa Rica, which I actually was just looking at Costa Rica and some hotels and stuff there. But I don't know. Okay. We don't need to... Well, I guess we can count it. It doesn't really matter. We know how much the book brings in. Nah, we don't need to. We'll just throw it in there. Some of it is placeholder. When I left, anything that was like larger went into the high yield, and it just went into the Greece high yield. So. Now we have some funds left. Where do we want to put them? Oh, I said we could possibly come back and finish souvenirs. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, it's only got a couple left. Let's see. $3. It's always nice to finish a challenge, too. So let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Double your next roll. Well, good thing I didn't roll next, because, good thing I left that roll. Alright, so, let's roll. And, of course, we get a 6. So, we have put $12 in there. So, we're going to put 15 and take these 3 ones. Alright, let's see what this one brought in. Ooh, nice little amount. So, this one brought in... Oh, yeah, I need to put 12 here. So this one brought in $55, $65, $71. $71, and that is a completed challenge. And this is supposed to be for souvenirs. Who knows where I'm actually going to put it? We don't really need souvenir money. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put it in souvenirs and we can use it for pins. Because that's the only souvenir we really spend any money on anymore. So that's going to go in with completed challenges. Okay, what do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $11. I could do hotel. You know what? Let's put it into... Am I doing a... I feel like I need a book or something large for next month's trip. Let's see. Because I want to put it towards next month's trip. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to pull a card. I don't think I was saving for Joker. Actually, I think I was. I don't have enough for Joker. $10. So what I'm going to do is take 10 of these and put them over here and grab a 10. That way I can keep my ones. I have $1 left. This one is complete. So we just finished another one. Put an extra 10 bucks into next month's trip, which is always good. Let me grab that. That one is right here. And then we have $1 left, and since I don't really have a catch-all right now, we're just going to put it in here. Which is perfect. Let me see, do we have... No, we have $4. I was going to say, do we have 5? We do not. So I guess this will be my catch-all for right now. So that one is done. Now we need to do our daily. Which is this one. Alright, let me see. This is from Jen at Teach Safe Travel. We are doing $5 every single day until this one is complete. And that way we are putting a little bit every day towards Japan. So we have 10, 15, 20, 5, 35. Until we can dedicate money to actually saving for this trip, which I believe we'll probably start actually cash stuffing into this once we're done with next month's trip. I think that's when we're going to start like really dedicating money and a video into that binder, like actually doing that binder. But that is officially all that I have for you guys today, and I will see you back here. Will I see you back here tomorrow? I think so. I don't know if I'm going to put this live on Wednesday or Thursday. I normally don't do videos on Wednesday because I usually go live on Wednesdays. Maybe I will still go live on Wednesday and this will go live on Thursday. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I think that's what I might do. But I don't know for sure, so either way, I will see you guys back here tomorrow. So until next time, bye!